How's it going, Sha?
It's not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I am almost recovered. I went to my first soccer game.
You know what?
And
I saw those IG stories.
yo,
What
that was
happened?
an experience, Sha.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that went into this. As you and the listeners know, a few weeks back I went to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I was in full on let me make my wife as happy as possible this week energy, you know? Like Mexico is not a place for me. It's a beautiful place. If you like that kind of thing, like hot, you know, uncomfortable weather, if that's for you, that's great. You know, Mexico is fantastic for you. Gabby loves that shit. I hate it. I despise it. But
Right.
if I'm gonna be there already, I'm at least, I'm not gonna be like, a Debbie Downer. I want her to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. I'm not gonna like bring up all the facts about how shitty this environment is for me. Um,
Those are facts.
I'm not going to just drop data that
Right, sure.
ruins the illusion for her. So
Mm-hmm.
I was very much in the frame of mind of like, let me make Gabby happy. She deserves it. She really does. And so for a week, I could pretend to not be very uncomfortable in this weather. So I got very much used to saying yes to whatever was thrown up on the table. So my boy Goku, that's one of the homies. I went to high school with him. He is a huge soccer head. None of my friends are besides Goku. But
Mm-hmm.
Gabby, Costa Rican, is big into soccer. And she lives in New York and married to a Dominican dude. That's not a shared experience. It's not a thing we do together,
Right.
So Goku is so into soccer. He follows Manchester U, that's his team. And he's a member of like a Manchester U fan club in Orlando. That like every time Man U plays, they get together as a group. They go to a local bar and they watch it as a crew. Anytime that they play even remotely close by, they like plan trips to it. So like his whole crew of Orlando friends, like 30 of them, planned a trip to Jersey to watch Man U play because they're gonna come to the United States. The other two games are in the West Coast. So
Okay.
a whole group of people from Florida drove up for that. So he was telling me, yo, in a couple weeks, we're actually gonna be in New York. So we should link up. I'm gonna be there for the game. And like he tells Gabby about it. She's like, I would love to go to one of these games. And he says, yo, I got the plug. I could get you tickets with one of the clubs that buy in bulk for their crew. I happen to know the Pennsylvania team overbought. They got some pretty good tickets. And like Gabby was like, that sounds great. But she was leaving it there because she knows there's no way in hell Gastor's going to say yes to soccer.
Right.
But I was like, nah, B, I'm crushing this relationship week. I was like, let's do this shit. I'm in, And like, I felt good. I was so happy to do that for her in Mexico. When I woke up that day, 2 weeks later, waking up in New York, I did not have that in my heart. Like everything was telling me, why did I sign up for this shit? I escaped that fucking hot place.
Right.
And now I'm signing up to go outside in the summer. The AC is here in my house.
Right.
And I signed up for the whole shit. I paid for all the bullshit that they do. They tailgate, which is like, yo, let's show up early and be outside hot for 4 extra hours.
No, I'm from the South. I know what a tailgate is. We got
My
football.
first tailgate for me.
Oh, okay.
So I did this. I paid for that. And me and her, I was mad that I enjoyed the tailgate, but was mad at how little Gabby leveraged the tailgate. Because I paid for like unlimited drinks at the tailgate. Gabby drank one drink. I drank mad shit.
Wow.
Then we go inside. Happily surprised, I have to say, because I've been to MetLife for football games with the Giants. I paid $80 per ticket, not too crazy.
Okay.
But I was in the 10th row, like on the first level, like fantastic seats. Because they like bulk bought them with that whole like Pennsylvania group of Man fans.
Right.
So I'm there. I'm 10th row. I'm excited, admittedly, because of how close we are. I've drank like 18 alcoholic beverages in the yard. I'm
Sure.
dehydrated, drunk.
Right.
You know? So I'm like, yeah, I'm into this shit. Fuck it. We here, you know? I'm excited. I'm trying to live the moment. The game about to start. So I'm like, yo, this is great. Got these comfortable seats. I'm going to watch this game. I was unaware that in soccer culture, the closer you are to the field, the more of a fan you are.
Right.
And the more you don't sit.
Oh.
You know? Like you go to a baseball game, rich people sit in the front. They might be fans, but they more there to like enjoy a day out. Basketball game, courtside, Spike Lee to only do standing. Nobody, everybody else sitting to be seen sitting. Not soccer. These dudes, the whole first level shot all around the stadium was standing for 45 minutes straight. The whole first half, they just stood. And like you've seen soccer games, they don't score for so long. Yo, like there's just people just watching nothing happen.
Right.
For 45 minutes and being hyped that nothing happened. Like it was more like a concert, I would say, because they had a song for every non-thing.
Okay.
Like, it was like, if somebody would make a pass, there was a song for that guy passing. If somebody like fumbled, there was a song for that guy losing. Like, they were so prepared to sing a remix version of a pop culture song.
Right.
Because they knew there was no actual scoring that was going to happen. So to keep it fun, we're going to sing songs throughout. And I got to say, initially I was like, yo, this is crazy. But you get into the songs, you know?
Right.
I don't know who Gastor is, but he's like the owner. And apparently he's been like, they've been keeping the money instead of investing it in the team. So there was like a whole like we don't want Gastor chant. There was a player on the other team that there was a unified effort to like call his name like Ramsfield or something like that.
Okay.
And the goal was to yell at him. And every time he would forget that you were doing this, he would turn around and then you were supposed to say, you're a wastebasket. And like, it was very personal. And like, then when he did it and you said it to his face, everybody would cheer. Like, oh, you got him. You know what I mean? And I was like, this is really wild. So for like 40 minutes, we just sang random kid songs standing. Then they scored 2 goals very quickly. And then we stood the rest of the day with no scoring, another like 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
The most exhausting experience I've ever had in a sports venue of my life. I've played football. This was more tiring than being on the field. Like, not even close. I got home and like I felt sore, but like Gabby started giving me ibuprofen. Like she gave me like 3 pills so I could go to sleep. I woke up on the floor in the living room, fully clothed, just like I was like, yo, what happened? She's like, you finally like just stopped saying ow. And like you just shut up. She's like, you just fell to the floor and you fell asleep there. I checked you were breathing. I gave you a pillow and I left you there because I'm not bringing you to bed. At that point, we finally got you to stop complaining.
Oh my God.
I was so sore from standing that long, you know?
Okay.
I will say, I'm complaining, but it was very fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like not what I expected. Like I still don't understand the game whatsoever. I don't know what was good. Not like I don't know, like besides the scoring, I don't know when a good thing happened. You understand? Like they would cheer and that would be like I don't understand. They're still just kicking the ball to each other. Like what changed between this kick and that kick that we're happy? No one scored. It's still 2-0. But like every 30 seconds, one side of the stadium will go, yay, and the other one will be like, oh. But we'd still be 2-0. Like same score.
Right.
So that like never made sense to me. You know, basketball, I get it. You score. Baseball, you get a hit. You could cheer without scoring, maybe. Football, maybe you make a catch. You're
I
moving
think.
forward. I could
I
not
mean,
comprehend
I
it.
don't know. Look, I have no problem with soccer. I used to watch it a lot in high school.
Okay.
So I have no problem with it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Like any sport, it's fine. I like it because they go back and forth. At least there's constant motion, even if it's
Okay.
not super fast motion.
Right.
It's not like everybody collapses at once and then they stand up and then we just wait for another whistle or a flag or whatever the fuck. So I'm okay with it, a slow roll across the field or the pitch.
No, I learned that. Yeah, I learned that term too. Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I hear you on the there's a thing that happens called offsides, right?
Right.
Where the way the players are set up, there are certain positions that can't go past a point.
Right.
And once they go past a particular point, they are offsides. I think I've had so many people explain offsides to me. And that is how my brain was like, look, this is the only way we're going to remember it is this very simple, possibly wrong explanation. And I said, bet that's what we'll do.
No.
But that's about it. So it's hard to see it to me if you're not in it.
Right.
But if someone's offsides, then the ball play got to go the other way. Right.
Yeah.
So that's something where there's a cheer and you're like, literally what happened? But if you don't know where the marker is, you're like, okay. So I remember being in the stands in high school and just yelling offsides. I had no idea what was happening.
Listen, I cheered every time somebody from the other team fell. I thought that made sense to me. He got hurt. That's football. I get that. I cheered really, really close, but definitely after everyone in my area cheered. I thought that felt right. I followed Gabby's lead mostly.
Okay.
But outside of that, I only cheered during. I saw we scored goals, and it was a friendly. So they did penalty kicks, even though it wasn't necessary because they won the game. So that I understood. They did penalty kicks for fun. And Manchester, you won that portion of the game too.
Oh, okay. That's just in the showcase because this isn't part. This was a pre. This is
It's kind of
NFL does this when the NFL plays American football in the UK.
Yeah.
Does that game count towards the overall?
During the season, it does. Yeah. When they do it in the preseason, it doesn't. But this
was preseason.
Yeah, this
because
is
I'm looking
preseason.
it up now. It's Man U versus Arsenal, which is, those are.
It's a big deal.
Those are. It's a big deal. I see why. I already see because it's Man U. That one, the fanship is legendary. So I could already see why your friend had a whole crew of people.
Yo, he had a squad shot
up. Yeah, huge. I could see why that would happen, especially if that was the only East Coast one. The whole Eastern Seaboard fucking emptied up into New Jersey that day.
And I guess that's kind of my issue.
Your issue? Why is that an issue?
Because I don't know. I wanted so bad to be involved. I enjoyed the energy.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the tailgate. That was fire. It's basically a party.
Yeah.
Right? And we're wearing matching clothes. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can get behind that.
Did you have a jersey?
I wore my red sneakers to match them.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
That was also challenging too, because they do at any given year, there's 6 jerseys, right? There's the 3 jerseys. They have a home jersey, an away jersey, and an alternate jersey. Plus the goalie has his own jersey that doesn't match their jerseys.
Yes.
So every year there is a new 6 jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors don't make sense to each other like they do in American sports. The Giants home white, away they're blue, but the pants are the same, and the blue and white essentially just invert when they switch uniforms. No, Manchester U had red one jersey. They had a khaki and blue other jersey. Then they had like an orange and black. I like, yo, y'all are claiming like 30 colors. Like, it was craziness.
Man, you was just, I think they're the red.
That was the main color I saw. But like they legitimately had a claim to like 8 colors. Right. And they told me that like, the main thing you got to look for is the crest.
Yes.
The crest will always match, but the colors could be anything.
Right.
So like the goalie had yellow and black.
Yeah, like, that's about right for goalie. It was wild. Stuff.
And then on top of that, Arsenal, their main color was red. Okay. So like, I was like, we just all matching. Like, I don't understand. like, help me here. Like, yo, I'm trying so bad to be down, but like, I can't be like, fuck the red dudes when we red too. Yeah, they red, and we also khaki, and we also navy blue and khaki.
Here's the thing. Maybe you need to go to another country.
Okay.
To see how they get down. Because that's all Americans coming here. And for the most part, and even with the wildness that may happen at games, different sporting events here, it's not that often. It's few and far between. We can count on our hands like how many times something happened in the stands that was a big deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Meta world peace. We can count those kind of situations on our hands. Well, let me tell you something. Them soccer fans, though, around the world, they setting shit on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and even the UK may be like, no, they're not. I was going to say, even they may be a little genteel, but my understanding is nah, they serious about this shit. They're very serious. And so maybe for you may not get to where they are without like really, if you're not really feeling the game or whatever, like you're never going to get to that level of like traveling, whatever. Yeah. But if you saw a game somewhere else, like you would see the passion is wilder. Cause I don't know if, maybe they do tailgate type of stuff.
I thought it was.
But like, that's where that's the wackiness stuff happens, you know, in the tailgate and everyone's partying or whatever. But I mean, in other countries, they are tearing seats out of the fucking stadium. You know what I mean? Like it is like serious business.
So that's kind of the thing that like, I feel like I got a good idea of how passionate they were. I was surprised that for a sport that's described as for the most part, get the ball in the goal.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening. Like I was very confident going in there, like, I don't know this shit, but I'll figure it out. I could not figure it out. Like it was the game itself confused the fuck out of me. The culture, I loved it.
Right.
I had a blast with that.
Maybe it really does hinge on the personalities of the athletes.
Yeah.
I think because when people find a guy that they like that guy. You know what I mean? And they follow that guy wherever. And
I like the nicknames. There was a dude named The Butcher. That shit was dope. I could get behind this. I'm going to send a jersey. I like the rapper Benny the Butcher, so I think I could get one of his jerseys.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm repping both.
I don't know if that's a one-to-one comparison. Yeah. I feel like it's a little different. But I just looked up, because you talking about this reminded me that Lionel Messi, who's a world famous, very popular soccer player. Yeah. That I was like, wait, isn't he playing in America now? And I looked it up. Yeah, he's playing for Miami. And apparently, the Miami team recently beat Atlanta's team. But it's just, but people are very loyal to Messi, you know? You want to be loyal for your team, but you end up kind of fixating on particular players or something. I don't know. This, honestly, I can't explain it to you. You may have to speak to the Cooligans about this shit.
Word up. Because I was lost. I'm trying. I wanted to be down. Mainly because, like, in terms of, like, hats and sneakers, my New York team color palettes are pretty limiting. You know, so I was really excited to like, if I get some red in the mix,
to introduce red into your.
Yeah, I was like, I could do this. It's beautiful, you know.
Because wait, are you Yankees or Mets? I can't remember.
And that's the thing. I'm Yankees. Giants are probably like the colorful team, and I'm one of the few
Okay.
people that rep the Nets, which is just black and white. So like I don't
Okay,
really
so you're
have
not part of the blue-orange.
right. I don't got
universe.
that at all. And that's the one thing I would admit to saying I'm jealous of. I don't got the Mets,
Is the colors.
the
Yeah.
colors. I don't got the Knicks with the colors. They
Yeah.
got the rah-rah a little bit, a little life in their uniforms.
Yeah.
All my uniforms are
you're
drab.
mostly navy and
Yeah.
black and white, and what's the Giants, like green or something?
They
No,
got
that's the Jets.
blue and like hints of red. That's my liveliest uniform.
Okay.
They got like a blue red thing and white.
Yeah.
But even that, like that's the only colors that I get. But their red is like more of an accent. This was
Right.
like a vibrant red. Then they had
Yeah.
like the khaki alternate. So if I want to look like a supervisor at a Walmart, you know, I could do that. They had a whole variety of looks, you know, you can mix
Right.
it up.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I was excited. So I'm into it. I'm trying to learn.
Okay.
I've mastered the tailgate portion.
Okay.
I think that I got it down. Manchester
good.
U tailgating, I'm in all tailgates. The game part of it would love to understand more. The whole car ride there and back. My boy Goku and his wife Julie were trying their best to school me.
Yeah.
It was a struggle,
tough
but they
'cause you
did what they could.
Yeah, you can get in the weeds if you're really into it, just really talking about a thing, and someone who has no idea is just like, what? You know,
No.
but you know, it's a leisurely way. Go to a beer garden. There are bars that cater to a particular team, and
We
they
out
will
here.
have soccer on at like 10 in the morning because that's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon in the UK or whatever. So that's when. So if you want to watch a sport and drink at 10 in the morning, I recommend soccer, international
baby.
soccer for you.
And fun fact, Dominican Republic, we are ranked 152nd in the world in soccer. That is horrendous. In general, I believe there's only like 250 countries. So like, I don't even think they all field teams.
Okay, yeah.
But we're trying.
But I mean, y'all got baseball on so much of a lock.
Yeah.
That let everybody else have one. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'll accept that.
Y'all are literally baseball. Right now, it's y'all in Japan.
Yeah,
so,
real talk.
America's pastime is Dominicans and the Japanese. So let it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I guess because I'm surprised because, like, you know, we're in a warm place and, like, budget-wise, like, buying a ball has to be pretty affordable, you know?
Yeah.
But nah, I get it. We do dominate baseball. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Straight up. And the women's team is ranked 109. So, you know, they doing their thing out there. The women are crushing it.
Yeah, it's always the case. The women's team's always doing better than the men's team.
Oh, man. I'm going to get a jersey. It's going to be dope. We actually, and that's the other thing. That was the last part. I ended up in a fight with Gabby over this. It's not even a real thing.
Right.
But, like, and it's my fault because it came up as a point of pride. But, like, okay, let's say Aiden started playing soccer.
Yes.
And he gets really good.
Uh-huh.
What country should he play for?
I mean, he could still play here in America if he's good enough.
And that was the debate we were having. So, like, we would.
He's
American, but he could also play for Costa Rica or the Dominican Republic. He'd have valid claims to all of them. So, like, Gabby was saying she should play for Costa Rica. Of course, it's the country's sport. Like, that's what they do. They have
what are they ranked?
I don't know offhand, but they are a legit, like, good team. They're usually in, like, the top 30. They usually make the World Cup.
Right.
And, like, they're, like, in that area. Like, DR never in that discussion, admittedly.
Right, yes.
You know? Goku presented a valid pro-Costa Rica argument. He said that if he can make the U.S. team, great. But there's more young talent in U.S. just because of population. So if he's really good and on the brink of making the U.S. team, he would almost definitely make the Costa Rican team. But I thought that would be a pro-DR argument because you could go to DR and be like the god.
Yeah, but what good is a god if you're still ranked 129?
Yeah, it could be ranked 99 now, though.
No, you need a whole bunch of gods. Here's the thing. One person can't save, like, you need to rally and have enough people there to play. And I mean, like, so for this scenario, I'm imagining this is more of like an Olympic type thing.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to, I don't think that, Again, baseball, Dominicano. But I think anything else, we probably could go ahead and take that off the table. It's going to be. Yeah, because for you, it's the pride of the Dominican Republic, but then it's also like the pride of like literally winning.
Right.
And you got to figure out which one is more important to you. And I feel like winning would be more important.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And we got the same colors anyway, so I could be like, it's just DR.
Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And
Right.
Costa Rica is ranked 42nd right now. So they they're a legit squad. They in there.
Right, yes. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I would consider. Let's just go ahead and knock Dominican Republic off the table. Doesn't need to be in the table.
The thing is, like, it shouldn't have been a fight shot. My son is over here playing with like fucking fungi in his room. He's not like, he don't care about sports. You
never know.
You're right. That's fair.
But no, you're right. I mean, this is really a non-starter of a conversation.
Yo, I know we got we over here getting wild heated. I'm like, he plays with goldfish, honey. Like, he don't give a fuck about sports.
Like, it's not an issue.
Oh man, let's get into the news.
Okay.
Woman sues Bay Area restaurant over spicy dish that was dangerous to her life. That's right. A customer has sued Los Gatos restaurant, alleging that an appetizer was so spicy that it gave her chemical burns on her vocal cords, nostril, and esophagus, requiring her to seek medical attention. The lawsuit was filed with the Superior Court of California in Santa Clara County. Asserts that the customer has had ongoing health issues and a loss of earnings since visiting Coupe de Thai restaurant back in July of 2021. Wow. At the time of her visit, the customer says she ate Dragon Balls, a spicy chicken appetizer prepared with dried Thai peppers, and instantly felt her entire mouth, the roof of her mouth, her tongue and her throat and her nose burn like fire. Thai chilies, which are also known as bird-eye chilies, can range from 50,000 to 250,000 heat units on the Scoville scale, according to Thrillist. For reference, jalapenos range between 2,500 and 5,000 units. Whoa, that's a brawling.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yo, okay. Selena Walia was poisoned, made ill, and burned, necessitating medical care. Said the lawsuit, her throat and voice has been damaged. She incurred permanent injuries and will forever be damaged to her body. Walia is suing more than 24 people, including Coupe de Thai owner, the chef, the server, and anyone else who influenced, designed, prepared, or participated in creating the Dragon Ball dish.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, she's suing the owner. Yes, the chef, the server. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's right.
And anyone who influenced, designed, prepared, or participated in the creating
Real talk.
of the Dragon Ball dish.
You know, if you drew those cartoons that inspired the name.
Yeah, if you like Dragon Ball Z, I'm coming for you.
According to the lawsuit, when Walea ordered the Dragon Balls, which were advertised as spicy, she asked the server if the dish could be made less spicy due to her low spice tolerance. The server allegedly said they would ask the chef to make it less spicy. The supervisor who spoke to Bay Area News Group, however, said that the dish cannot be made less spicy. And typically, if a customer says that they don't handle spicy foods well, they're encouraged to order something else.
Yeah, they didn't feel like changing that shit up. They didn't. But they really should. Like, look, as a person with the reflux, and someone who's never really liked spicy to begin with,
okay,
y'all can have that shit. This is what it does. I have reflux, so I already have to worry about the stuff in my stomach coming up and burning my esophagus and my throat. That's a real concern of mine right now as someone who uses her voice a lot.
Yeah.
So I go into Thai places and I am, or any place where they're just like, how do you want, how spicy? I was like, negative spicy. Make it out back away from the spices. I don't want it anywhere near it because I'm just trying to live. And also restaurants like this like to do a thing of like American spicy versus real spicy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Americans, they're like, I can take spice. And then it's like, they can't really.
Right.
So they're like, all right, you know, there are people who eat out a lot or in the food industry who will say like, hey, don't give me American spicy. Give me like your spicy.
Yeah. So pure.
So I wonder if there's a little bit of that. Cause I wonder how many little spice peppers were next to it.
Yeah. That's fair. Like, I feel like they warned her. It had to be on, it's in the name. Like, I feel like, nothing about Dragon Balls says not spicy to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like that's a hint already. The guy said it was spicy. Admittedly, he also said, I'll ask the chef.
Right. So that's the thing is, that's where I'm like, oh, I bet he didn't ask. And it's like, it probably, you know, because you probably can't make that any spice because the spices in the
meat and all of that, yeah.
Yeah, like, or in the breading or whatever. And you probably made all of that shit beforehand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no one's going to make a special non-spice breading for you. Yeah, baby, get the chicken satay.
Real talk. This wasn't for you.
Yeah,
I will
get
say,
the chicken satay.
I was wondering how much a lawsuit like this would cost and how it would compare to an advertising campaign. Because, like, admittedly, this got me very excited to try these Dragon Balls. And, like,
oh, boy.
You know, so, like, what if, like, this is, like, a hack for, like, restaurants to get extra people to come to the place?
I feel like sacrificing somebody's throat is a big price.
That's fair.
To sell 4 more Dragon Ball orders.
Sacrificing one person, you know?
Yeah, like that feels a little excessive.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because that's a lot. That's a lot. I feel for this woman. I really do. As someone who can't really eat spice nor wants to.
Wow, no, I love spicy food. It's good. I'm pro spice.
Yeah, but I bet you can't.
Got me hyped.
Yeah, but I mean, would you do the wing show, the guy with the hot wings?
100%. I would do that. I know that admittedly the last like 2 would be uncomfortable. I'm not going to say like I'm going to enjoy all of them. But I know for a fact I would get really far along and still find it enjoyable. Like I would say like somewhere around like 7 is when I would be like, okay, this is a little wild. Like now I'm just doing it to stay on the show. You know, but like the first like 6 wing spices that he uses, I 100% know that I would eat it and find it interesting. Like, oh, this is dope. This is good. You know, and I would think of recipes when I would want to apply that. I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Not me, man. Give me 10 pieces of paper. Not me. Not at all. I will eat the paper. I'm not doing a little spice thing. I don't need spice. I got garlic. I'll just put garlic on everything. I don't give a fuck.
In other news, Twitter sign lettering is being removed from the downtown San Francisco office. That's right. The iconic vertical Twitter sign at the company's Market Street headquarters had some of its letters removed on Monday afternoon as Elon Musk rebrands the San Francisco-based social media platform as X. The Standard saw several of the sign letters taken off and collected on the ground at around 12:45 p.m. The company has occupied the office since June 2012, pardon me. An aerial work platform vehicle, sometimes called the cherry picker, was spotted at the scene as workers took the metal signage apart. The San Francisco police officers were seen talking with workers around the area at noon.
Yeah, they were talking to him because Twitter didn't have the correct paperwork to take the sign down. And they didn't let security of the building or the owner of the building know they were doing that. So the cops came and stopped them. So they just have the ER up. Look, And he's changing it to X, which that was a whole thing of just like yesterday of just like the changing, removing the bird and putting an X up, and the X is not even like a stylized X. It's just like an X that you could get on the fucking, and how he always wants to name everything he's ever done X. The reason he was bought out from or fired from PayPal is because he tried to call that X.
Oh, man.
He's got SpaceX. One of the Teslas is named X. X is what he calls his son, because we all know his son is named X, and so he calls him X. He's always doing some shit with X. He thinks X is the edgiest thing, and he thinks he's also edgy. And I hate to tell him that it's not 1993 anymore, and no one's doing anything to the extreme. My man, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot.
I was sad to find out that X.com already is taken by them.
Well, here's Twitter. The thing. It wasn't. He bought it. It was available. And he made an overnight decision and then was like, oh, shit. So we got to get X.com. And then so when you go to X.com, it will redirect you to Twitter, which is still Twitter.com. It's not even. But like that, honestly, has only been the case for like a day and a half. But there was a lot after he's all like, X is the way. X.com. There was a user who got @X. That's been his username since 2007.
Yo, I just checked and he got jacked.
And old dude fucking added a bunch of numbers to his name and jacked the @X and made that. He changed the like I think what he did is so the guy who was @X
his name is like @X
98765 or no it's @X 1234567899876.
Yo.
So like, oh wow, that means Elon's password is password. You know what I mean? You fucking idiot. Like you couldn't even just come up with a random, you couldn't have any machine in there come up with a random assortment of numbers. Y'all literally went boom, boom. Like what? And then took all of that dude's information and made it as if he opened the account like yesterday. So it looks like @X 12345 whatever joined July of this year, and that @X the way it was joined in 2007 as if it was Elon. They jacked that dude's start date. They changed all of that shit.
What a herb, yo.
What a herb. Look, I know that New Yorkers, when they say herb, they mean that shit.
Yo.
Like, if someone from New York called me a herb, I would be heartbroken and devastated, because that's not one that you throw out all the time. But when you say it, you mean it. That's exactly what this dude is.
Straight up, man.
So,
if you would like to buy Elon as a herb merch,
I'm not selling that shit. It's going to be, he's going to end up, if we made a shirt that said Elon is a herb.
Yeah.
He's going to end up wearing it, and then people will hate it instead of love it, and then we'll be a topic of conversation. And frankly, I'm just trying to stay out of the limelight. I know I say that with a 2.5-year-old, right? 2.5-year-old podcast.
Yeah, we in there. Word.
And doing comedy for 14 years. I know that's a wild thing for someone who speaks publicly to say, hey man, I ain't trying to rock no boats.
Trying to just be in the cut.
I'm trying to be in the cut. I'm in the cut of Blue Sky. I'm in the cut of Spill. I'm in the cut of all them motherfuckers.
Yo, real talk. Somebody asked me, yo, what you trying to get to? I was like, you ever heard Watch for the Hook? Yeah, I want to be like one of them dudes. Like, I just want to just be like, yo, I was the third guy on Watch for the Hook. Like, I want that to be the general level of success. Like, you kind of know, but I could still do my thing.
Absolutely.
Straight
I
up.
want to be when you suddenly remember that song,
Yo.
Five Deuce Four Trey? And then you look it up, it was me. That's what I want. Just someone who was orbiting the Dungeon family is what I want to be.
All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You want us to be successful. Come on, Benign. We don't want all
that out.
5 stars, you get it. We want to kind of be able to like do what we want to do, pay bills.
Yes,
and be
without
near
all the wildness.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I still got sandwiches to buy. Okay, I'm trying to buy them in person. Okay,
we want to go out and buy our own things.
Straight up, that's it. You know, I take joy in picking my oranges. All right. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout out this week to FCBLJ and Winnie Locke. With all that said, I am the soon-to-be, admittedly forever to be, this kind of level of famous, Gastor Almonte. Didn't make JFL again, baby. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Consistently, not a new face, a comedy. That's me, right here.
Yep. I'm the oldest face. Oldest face.
With my fellow starting the new category, oldest face of JFL.
Oldest faces of comedy.
Oldest faces of comedy. Shalewa Sharpe. This has been, a self-reflective episode of the War of War. Catch y'all next time. Peace.